everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 143, Evil Dead. Not The Evil Dead. I thought it was The Evil Dead, but it's Evil Dead. 2013. So the reimagining, remake, requel, if you will, that Hollywood is so into now. The tagline, the most terrifying film you will ever experience.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's pretty gruesome, though.
Yeah.
Terrifying? I don't know. Talks for a fourth Evil Dead movie began in 2004 with original film actor Bruce Campbell about the possibility of the next film in the franchise. It was officially announced in July 2011 with Ghost House Pictures. Fede Alvarez chosen as the director. I think this was his debut.
Yes, I believe so.
I think they used like 5,000, 6,000 something gallons of blood during the shooting of this. All practical effects. No CG except for touch-ups, which is pretty cool. It was released April 5th, 2013. Budget of $17 million, box office of $97.5 million. So it made a little penny. It was the most what they say? It was the most it's the best Evil Dead release. It made the most money as of then. I don't know about this new one if it's beat this. So starts out what? Girl getting chased. It starts in. I was like, hell yeah. You know, it's been a while since I had seen this. I think I saw it in theaters. I don't remember. But just starts off, girl running through the woods scared. I'm like, okay, we're fucking in it. Gets stopped by hillbillies and gets her head cracked in by a shotgun or something. Taken back to a strange cabin. Where they got her tied up, and they got an old lady with the patented old lady with the incantation book and all that. Of course, the ridiculous hillbillies that stand by the side and don't say anything.
Yeah, one creepy.
One's missing an eye. One's got a cleft palate, and they're just looking at it. The wonderful whites of West Virginia. Yeah, then what happened? I don't remember how, but then her dad walks up. Daddy? And you realize her dad's one of the people that got her caught. And she asks for her mom, and Dad says, your mom's not here. You killed her. What? You killed her? And I gotta save you. And they gotta cleanse her with a little bit of that fire. That fire cure-all, baby. That's like 91 proof rubbing alcohol. That'll get anything off. As then she reveals her possession through saying I don't remember what she said. You're gonna die too, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Your daughter's getting double penetrated in hell. Jesus.
There's plenty of trees. Plenty of trees down here. Woo. All right. So he burns her and then shoots her head off, right, with a shotgun. I don't know if that was necessary, but I felt that was just for you. That was for you. That wasn't for that was for me. Anyways, and then we jump to the future, or I don't know how far between, but it seems like a little bit, at least some years. But then again, there's these animal corpses. Like, how long are those gonna be rotting there? Without, I don't know. But oh, and what's his name? Alvarez said this is not a reboot. He said it exists with it, and he said the parallels between the first movie and my movie are just like demonic coincidences that happen every time this happens. It's my movie happened and that movie happened. I was like, okay, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
It just plays out the same movie every couple of years in this cabin.
Yeah, it seems like a remake. I don't know how you're gonna talk your way out of it, but there's straight up the same scenes and setups from the original, like the locking the girl in the basement with the door, all that shit.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So who are all these damn characters? We got Mia, who's a girl going to the cabin to get off of drugs.
Hmm.
You know, she's got a white powder that she's gonna throw in a well and be like, "I'm done with this shit, man. You don't control my life.
Yeah.
Never again. I came with my friends, and they're gonna help me through my withdrawals
Hmm.
out here in the woods." It's a weird way to do it. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
a lot of people doing this. Like, yeah, we're going on a drug withdrawal camping trip. You want to go? We might have to hold her down. No,
And
I'm
not
down,
the first
dude.
one, apparently. Not the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, not the first. Won't be the last. And then her brother David, his girlfriend Natalie, their dog Grandpa, which is just odd. Grandpa.
That's a weird name.
Their friend Eric and Olivia, a nurse.
Hmm.
Gotta have the you know, someone
Always
to
gotta have
save
a
the day.
doctor. Yeah.
And she brought a shit ton of fucking tranquilizers or something.
Mhm.
Like sedatives.
Yeah.
Did you steal these from the hospital? These are prescription only. You're not a doctor.
Yeah.
You're a nurse. Shh.
And they make it very clear. I think what's her Natalie's like, "Oh, hi, doctor," and she's like, "I'm a nurse." Oh, hey, fuck me, right? Sorry.
I've never heard someone offended to be called a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse, pal. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, it kind of starts off pretty quick, and we're already getting some withdrawals. This motherfucking Mia's outside in the rain, just pacing.
Hmm.
Fucking need those drugs back. You know, you're not the only one that gets mad when they doesn't have their gummy bears grinding their teeth. And then she makes a comment like, "God, that fucking smell! I just can't stand it here." I'm like, what are you talking about? Nobody smells it for her for some reason. Like all the dead corpses, they think, "Oh, you're just having withdrawals. You're hypersensitive. Okay, it's your sense of smell. It's the random drug leaving your body because we don't say what drug it is. Some white powder. It was
Yeah, yeah.
powderish white. I don't know. So then, oh yeah, they're talking about it. And then Grandpa the dog happens to like, yeah, I know, I smell it too. And starts scratching the rug. She's gonna, she might be onto something here. Roro, he finds the corpses. Like, what'd you find, Grandpa?
Yeah.
And after Grandpa makes a triple decker sandwich, he finds the corpses. And they open the door to go down to the cellar. I don't, and then this starts to make not a lot of sense because I was like, I thought they burned her in like a cabin. Then you find out it's in the cellar. That's a terrible place to burn someone, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's
Gonna
burn
the whole
her in the
fucking place
basement
down.
of the wooden fucking structure.
Yeah.
Hey, you think this is gonna hold? Yeah, it should hold. Put her on the support beam. It's okay.
Ridiculous.
Reminds me of like fucking Ninja Turtles 2. Like Super Shredder, the building falls on the demon.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no way he could survive that. But yeah, they go down there and find all the dead corpses. They find the little Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead. They never really named the book in this. They find the book like wrapped up in plastic. It's like, yeah, put it in a plastic bag. It'll stop being demonic. as long as it's zip locked. if it's airtight, the demon won't escape.
Yeah.
And
Wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah. Oh no, but the barbed wire pierced the bag. It ruined the Ziploc seal. That's why it got out. So like, oh damn, there's a lot of corpses down here. I don't know. I smell it now. You're right, Mia. She was right. So then I forget what the hell was the guy, Eric. He's kind of the dick. He's like, well, he wasn't around before. He's just kind of moody. Always got something to say, a little sass in him. And he finds the book, and this little bastard, of course, the one that fucks everyone over, kind of, oh, I'm gonna take the book and hide this, and then they're cleaning out corpses throughout the day, like going down there getting a couple cats, throwing them outside. uh, and he heard like some whispers from the book or something.
Yeah.
Like he's got it in his room in the corner. He's just chilling, being moody, and what?
Huh?
Where? Open the book. Okay. Let me get my wire cutters. Starts clipping the barbed wire. And then opens the book, and it's kind of like a smash journal in the book, It's like a multi-medium art project. It's got plaster of Paris in there. It's got drawings. It's got illustrations. It's got poems. It's got fucking little bits of ketchup. It's like, put a bit of your food here, What'd you eat today? It's like a smash journal. And then there's like notes written in red pen, so it's really serious. Like, don't read this, don't fucking look at this, and don't fucking hide this.
Yeah, don't say out loud, don't speak.
And then they like covered up the words, which is pretty good to do. Yeah, if you're not wanting someone to read it, why don't we just fucking black that part out?
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker's like, well, that makes me want to read it even more. But he's smart. He's played Uncharted before. He knows how to do an ancient rubbing. So he gets some paper, and you gotta hit that trackpad until it says 100%.
Yep.
And then he gets the words. I think he reads it as he goes. He doesn't like get it all and read it. He's like, I don't remember what it was. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more. I don't remember if this was what they said in the first one. I haven't seen Evil Dead in so long. The first one, but he's like, it's not a very menacing little enchantment. It's like Ikatu, Pioto, Pipiopi.
Yeah.
And then
The first one, I think Ash, they find a recorder in the basement, and then Ash brings it out, and then he hits play, and it's just a recording of some old guy being like, I found the book, and I'm going to read the passages now, and then he kind of reads it. Yeah, it's funny because when Eric's reading it, I think Mia's outside. I think that's when she's like pacing.
Yeah.
I think she sees somebody in the woods that sets her off. But the sound mixing in that scene with Eric felt weird to me. Like, because the scene is he's by himself in the room and he's like scratching. And he looks down and he's like, Nosferatu! And it's like you think you're like Nosferatu. I don't know. Just it sounded like hey guys, and he's like shouting it. I'm like, what the fuck? You would think that be just a little lower, like he'd whisper
That's
it. Like,
acting, baby.
That's
acting, baby. You got to project. He comes from the stage, baby. He's a stage actor. He's playing to the back of the crowd, bro. He's playing it all, man.
Oh shit.
So yeah, he says all that shit, and then of course you get the cool little Sam Raimi demon camp.
Yeah.
First person flying through the woods. And then it like she's outside, like you said, pacing, and then it hits her, like, and then she immediately pukes on the ground. So you're like, okay, that's the possession.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
No,
so what
not
the
yet.
fuck? It's not the possession. What is that? It's just I just ran into her accidentally. Ooh, my bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like anytime the demon touches someone, they vomit.
Yeah.
God, don't touch me. Oh, excuse me. I was going to the cabin. My bad. What are you doing out here, young lady? You'll catch a death of cold.
Oh my god.
And then she starts getting withdrawally, man, and she's like, I want to leave. And they've already explained to her brother that she can't leave because she's done this before, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we had to go camping, so she couldn't leave, man. We tried this in an apartment. It was a sleepover, not a camping trip. It didn't work either. We had Twister and everything, dude. Made pizza rolls with my mom. It didn't work. And so, yeah, she tries to leave in a car, steal some keys or some shit. Yeah, she like grabs keys, and she's like, well, fuck you guys, I'm going in the room. And they're like, oh, fine. And then They fought. They kind of a little bit later open up the door to the room. Oh shit! She went out the window. I
Yeah.
wonder why she grabbed those keys. Then you hear
Hmm.
takes off in like a Ford Taurus wagon, dog. The best
Yeah.
escape vehicle you could purchase. And then she's slopping through the woods, and seeing demon doppelgangers of her, like the possessed version of her. It's already ready. It ran into her. It's like, oh, we're ready. This
Yeah.
is what you will be.
It's the
And
classic ghost in the middle of the road. Oh, the jump
yeah,
scare.
yeah. I'll fucking run that fucker over, dude. I ain't
Mhm.
trying to. You know what happens when you swerve, man.
Yep.
Um,
Like
you have
runs into a
12.
swamp.
Yeah, runs into a swamp. And she gets out, and there's some creepy shit happening. She hears some more talking, and I thought that one part was really creepy where she looks at then like the mud covered version of her
Oh
pops out of
yeah.
the water. That was a pretty good little creep. Then she runs, and then she gets ensnared by the ensnarement of an entanglement of herbavitas.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. You know, some kind. I'm not a plant guy, but I think it's an herbivida because they grow uncontrollably, and they got the the vines. And they're grabbing her, and it's reminiscent of the first one. So you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Here we go.
Of all the parts we probably could have skimmed off the top, this is probably one of the main ones. The
Yeah.
tree. Oh God. And it's a little bit less. It's a lot less actually, but it's still bad. Tree grabs her, and then the demon version of her um, shows up in front of her and pukes out more tree. It's like, what is going on? Why do we need the tree involved? The demon is a vine. We are a tree.
Yeah.
Pukes out a demon vine, slithers over to her, slithers up her leg, and then it disappears. So that's how the demon enters your body. It's like, this is a very strange way to do it.
Yeah.
And the first one has something similar to that, but it's a little bit more grotesque. And I was just like, oh man, they just had to keep that little bit in there. God forbid the demon runs inside you like any other demon possession movie, where it just
Yeah.
goes in you. It's got to actually go in like no, I need an orifice. I can't enter. And it's like you have all these powers, but you got to have an orifice to enter as a demon. So that was ridiculous. It's like, okay, so now the demon's in her. Yeah, I don't remember how did she get back to the cabin. Do they find her out there?
Yeah. How does she stumble back? Fuck, I don't remember now.
I do remember her walking and then like somebody calling her name. Anyways, oh yeah, well, I don't know. They pick her up or they find her, but she's talking and they get her in the room and is she okay? And she's like, she's talking about the woods attacking her and someone was out there. I don't think she's okay. I gave her a sedative. It's enough to put down a horse. It's
Hmm.
like, okay, this is like some Michael Jackson's nurses stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all going to be on trial for manslaughter.
Uh,
you know, this is how they killed MJ. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Give her a horse. Maybe give her the human dose first to see if that works.
yeah.
Uh oh, and then the brother goes outside and here's this pissed me off. The first death has got to be the cool dog that didn't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
So I was like, really? Usually the dog makes it through these kind of movies. like 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 they'll kill a human, you'll be like, and then they'll kill the dog and you're like, no. So David finds Grandpa like in the little hole underneath the cabin, and he's like whimpering, and there's a blood trail, and he's like gets him out, and touches his head and realizes he's all covered in blood. He's like I think he was alive, but kind of just let go as he picked him
Yeah.
up, and then he sees a hammer. And I don't know why you would immediately put in your head that your sister beat the dog to death with a hammer, but he looks at the hammer and has like a vision of me
Mhm.
as it's like that immediately went through his head. And so he tries to go and confront her, and they're all freaking out. What are you doing, man? You're being scary. And he's like,
Mhm.
meow, hitting on the door. Stop it, man. She's taking a shower. Like, you wouldn't immediately, she beat the fucking dog's head in with a hammer. Oh, yeah. Break the door down. Right? You just keep acting like a crazy person. There's a reason, but I'm not going to tell you. You'll find out later in the plot. So he beats that door down, and she's scalding herself. You know, she
Yeah.
cranks up
Oh
the fucking.
God.
Yeah, that was a hard one to watch too. There's a lot of the stuff. It's like, yeah, I had to turn away. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, but their face in it's just
Skin's just
melting.
boiling. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and then this is fucking awesome, and this reminds me of like when we reviewed It 2011, which this movie was just 2 years after that, and this movie goes the practical effects route.
Yeah.
And how much cooler, not It. What did I say? Is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we ever did review it.
It's not It. What the fuck was that movie? Damn it. The Thing.
Right.
Thing 2011. Like how much cooler that could have been if they would have went with some grotesque body horror like this and real. So props to them for doing all this stuff in camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because that skin stuff looked really good. And that would have been a shitty CGI effect.
Yeah.
You know, the old
Especially with that
skin.
budget. Yeah, it would have been fucking awful.
Yeah, so they try to take her to the hospital, and all the while, the stupid, other guy, Eric, he's like, "Oh yes, I thought I remembered something from chapter 3 about this."
Oh yeah.
he goes and looks at the book secretly, and it's like it's got all these convenient little pictures, so you don't have to read Aramaic. It's like a girl pouring water. They will cleanse himself with boiling water. Like, oh my gosh! So that's a coincidence, I think.
Yeah, I think there's even one with the woods too, of like
yeah.
like woods, thing. Yeah, it's like, well, that's
Woods
2 for 2. 2 coincidences.
That could have happened to anybody out on a drug camping trip trying to get off drugs. So I'm not 3, and I'll start to believe it, but 2, that could just be a coincidence. So they try to take her to the hospital because she's burned herself, and he forgets all about the dog. So if you ever beat a dog's head in with a hammer and you burn your skin off, people, tend to forgive you. Like, he didn't even. The dog's never mentioned again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I don't think we ever really definitively know who killed the dog. I mean, we have the flashback, but is that in his mind or is that what really happened? I don't really know.
I don't even think he ever really mentions the dog again.
No.
But they try to get to the hospital, and they've realized that oh no, the road's flooded, right? Patented Friday the 13th. You can't escape.
Mm-hmm.
The road's flooded. What are you going to do, there are literally 360 ways to exit anywhere. You go this way, that way, you have 360 degrees around you. No, that way's blocked, though. So we stuck here for at least through the monsoon season. So
yeah,
good thing we brought rations.
I love that creepy scene though. He like turns around and looks at her, and she's like, there's like a close up of her face and like foam out of her mouth, and the fucking boils on her cheeks, and she's just like a little grin. I was like, ooh, that's fucking badass.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky. And then they get back, and she freaks out. The fuck? She comes out of the room with like a shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
And shoots her brother in the arm. Just grazes him. And they kind of fucking.
Oh, she like pukes blood all over Olivia. Like,
yeah,
it's on top.
Olivia. Oh! God, no! God, no! Yeah, and it's fucking chunky and putrid.
Yeah.
And then remember they tackle her, get her down to the cellar at that point, lock her in.
Mm-hmm.
And And then Olivia's like, "What the fuck, man? I gave her enough sedative to put down a horse. Her withdrawals, man." And then I think the air guy's like, "I don't think this is the withdrawals, man. I think this is something else, man."
Mhm.
What do you mean? He never fucking brings up the book to anyone.
Yeah.
Ever. He's like still just as well, near the end he kind of
Yeah,
mentioned
when like
it.
4 people are dead.
Yeah, he's like, "You know what? I might have fucked up."
Uh,
Like so much so that you're so pissed at him, like the whole movie you're just waiting for him to die. It's like this guy needs it. If anyone deserves it, this guy fucked everyone over.
but his character does get comedic because his like he gets I guess we're getting ahead of ourselves, but he keeps getting brutalized over and over and over until he's just like a limping fucking piece of flesh because so many things happen to him. It's fucking hilarious.
So yeah, and then I didn't remember. I was like, she gets in the cellar, and I was like, oh, she's not even like the bad guy. So she doesn't do anything. She's in the cellar for like most of the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember that. I was like, I thought she was gonna be like terrorizing everybody. But it's like the demon doesn't really need her because, right? It can just possess anybody at any time. It's like a zombie now. It's just, I can bite you, I can spit on you, and then now you've got it.
Now you've got it. Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's weird. So first one, Olivia gets puked on, and then she goes in the bathroom and tries to clean up and do something, try to get more. Oh yeah, she's trying to get more sedative. Like, how much sedative did you bring, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. She's got duffel bags of this stuff. She's like, we need more. And then that Eric guy, of course, hinting, but he never says anything really. He's like, I don't think the sedative's going to work. Why wouldn't you think this? I don't know. I just think her problem might be bigger than sedative at this point. I don't know what it is, though. You know? I think we might need an exorcist. A what? Nothing. Nothing. Try the sedative, I guess. Fucking asshole. And she's in the bathroom trying to clean up. Oh yeah, then like he's like flipping through the book again. He's like, "Oh, does it have something about this?" And then it's like shows somebody peeling their face off. He's like, "Ooh, okay." So now I'm making a mental note. I gotta watch for a peeled face. Then I know something might be up. Okay, I got a hanker in that. Something might be up if there's a peeled face around here. So he goes into the bathroom, and Olivia's got like a. Oh yeah, she looked at the mirror and then it showed like a demon version of her and shattered. That was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
So she picked up a piece of glass and she's shaving off her fucking face. And that's all practical looking and that's really
So
gruesome.
awesome, yeah.
A lot of
Slow
gruesome
turn,
shit.
like the Resident Evil is the fucking thing.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Resident Evil scene from 2 where the jaw slowly ripped off. Yeah, totally reminded me of that. But they did it first. And yeah, he goes, "Oh shit, what are you doing?" And then she fucking attacks him with the fucking syringe, dude.
Oh
This
yeah.
is one of the parts that's hard to watch.
Fucking
It's like
gnarly.
hypodermic needle repeatedly stabbed in his face.
His face,
like,
yeah.
breaking
Oh my-
his glasses, and it shows it like entering his eye and shit.
Like, God damn.
Like he's like, just use a knife. God, not a needle.
Jesus.
It hurts so bad and it's so small.
Oh God.
Oh, it's bad, dude. And then we're trying to eat during this. We're like eating dinner watching this movie, dude. And he like fucking kills her with a broken piece of the sink that she hit off and like bludgeons her head in.
Yeah.
And that's pretty brutal. And I don't remember which comes first, him pulling it out or them coming in the room. But anyways, when they come in the room, they see this mess. They're like, "Oh my God, Eric, how could you? What'd you do to her?" That's fucked up, man. That's like abuse. This is not why we came to here, man. This isn't cool. This isn't gonna help Mia. It's like,
oh my God, her head is just mush like a fucking
Yeah.
broken watermelon. Is like, Jesus.
yeah, they come in here. What happened, man? Did she fall? I think she slipped, bro.
Oh my God.
he was peeling off her face, and then she tried to kill me with a hypodermic needle. And oh yeah, so he pulls out the needle. He takes off his glasses. He's like, oh, and it's like right here in his eye, and you get a close up of him just like pulling it out of his. I had to turn away for that when I'm eating and watching. It's like, oh no,
the skin's
dude.
like coming with it a little bit.
Yeah,
like oh god.
And then it's full of sedative. So I like how they did like his face is kind of drooping a little bit on that side, and later in the movie, I remember like that eye was kind of almost closed from the sedative being fucking jammed in his face. It's like, oh my god, dude, that was brutal. So that's the first thing. He's like, well, you know what? She did peel her face. There might be something to this. Then he realizes that they need like, I don't know. He realizes that later. Anyways, second one. She convinces the girlfriend of her brother to open the cellar. Why the fuck did she? How did she convince her to? That was the stupidest shit.
I think she like turns into Mia or something, like actual Mia. Like, hey, will you please let me go? I'm better now. I feel better now.
I think we're through the worst of it. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Think I'm healed, guys. Guys, I don't think I'm addicted to drugs anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Mr. Coach Klein said it's okay. So yeah, she opens it up. We were just trying to help you. You know, you went really nuts there for a minute, girl. It's like you shot your brother with a shotgun. Everything's gonna be okay though. He like touches her shoulder. Don't touch me, bitch. Bites her hand. Ow! You said you were okay. What's up with that, man? And then she kind of pins her down, grabs I don't even know where she got that. She got this fucking X-Acto knife. Yeah, and it's the ones that aren't just the pulp out a little bit, the ones that you can break, and so you use them. Yeah, so they're the big ass, long ass, flimsy ass blade, baby.
Yeah.
It's one thing worse than being stabbed in the eye with a hypodermic needle. It's licking the shit out of a box cutter, bro.
This is one of my favorite bits of the movie. It's so good.
I had to turn away. This was too much, dude. She holds out the box cutter. You think she's gonna cut her or something? It's like, no, this is for me, bitch. Like, what? She holds it out and aggressively licks the fucking long ass blade, so her tongue tears apart in two and splits around it. And this is I don't know how they did this. It was some practical, cool tongue thing that she had to hold in her mouth, and it was fucking brutal, dude.
And all the after she did the little thing, I was like, yes. So awesome.
Oh, it's brutal. And then I think she says, she says, kiss me, cunt. Uses her new cut tongue to fucking aggressively take the peach and just kiss the shit. And it's like she already bit her hand. She was already gonna be possessed, but she's like, no, you're gonna get some of that tongue blood too. Like, you're not okay, liar. Gets out, somehow manages to close her in again, you know, collapses and her arms starting to bubble up and do some weird shit, and she's like, all of a sudden she's a fucking demon scientist, and she's like, oh my god, it's in my arm and it's spreading. If I don't amputate quick, it's all going through her mind. She doesn't say, I could tell she's thinking it. If I don't amputate quick, this is gonna overtake my whole body. Grabs the fucking stupid thing they had earlier. I don't know who brings a fucking electric turkey carver on a camping trip.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I brought roast beast and like whatever. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm glad they actually set it up though, because I think
they used it earlier to cut some meat.
I was like, ooh, that's coming back. That's coming back.
And so she sees it, grabs it, and I love it when Mia's looking through that. Oh
yeah.
Don't fucking do it. Don't you cut that arm off.
Yeah.
She starts cutting it. No. Fuck you, bitch. And then she's just, and the whole time I'm thinking, that thing ain't making it through your bone. That's just gonna hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's made for boneless turkey breast. It ain't gonna get through your bone, baby. You gonna need something meatier than that. It's like that's just gonna hurt. It's gonna tear the flesh, and you're gonna have to break the bone, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gets it off, and super creep fest, and I don't remember how. Then it cuts to Eric and what the hell's the brother's name, man? David.
David. I think this is the scene you're talking about, the exposition where Eric's like,
Yeah.
hey, you know.
He finally starts to. You know what? I wasn't gonna mention it because I didn't think it was relevant, but now it still might not be. I'm just spitballing here. You know, this all could be a coincidence, but you know, the boiling, the tree thing, the face shave, you know, 5 of us. I think, no, I should probably say something. I might have fucked up. What do you mean? You remember when we were down there with the dead cats? I think this might all be because of that voodoo shit. What are you talking about? Well, there was like a voodoo shit book down there. Actually, you guys didn't see it. I took it to my room. You know, I don't want to get into the specifics and point fingers. I read some things in it out loud in an incantatious manner. Probably wasn't the best idea. I probably could have read it silently and had the same effect. The same effect on my curiosity. But, you know, I did that. I own that. I'll own that. It's like,
Oh my god.
the whole time, like, David's very calm. He's like, whoa. Really?
Yeah.
A book, you say. What did this book say? How do we defeat this demon? You know what? I'm going to grab the book. Yeah, I didn't get that far. I think that's probably in the last chapter.
Yeah.
And then they're going through it. It says he's got to be defeated by fire. You burn it alive, bury it alive. And what was the other one? Dismemberment.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, dismemberment's out of the question. I really don't want to tear my sister's body apart. I think she might still be in there. Fire. Well, that's a maybe. I could probably burn her. And then he's like, bury alive? Nah, that's spooky. I don't want to. That's a lot of work, too. You got to dig a hole. I'm not down with that. But later on, I love it when he's been. I got to pick the one with the most work. He's like digging the fucking hole.
Yeah, because doesn't he reject it right away? He's like, no, I'm not doing anything to my sister. And I think like later on, he's finally Eric's like, dude, you gotta do something. You gotta do something, man. All right.
No, I like it. I think it. You could do it, Eric. It doesn't say only the brother can destroy the demon. You know, you can do it. If you light her on fire, you pussy. You're the one who did this, dude. I don't want to point fingers, but there's a finger to point at your ass. Yeah. Then they're reading about 5 souls. It'll release the, you know, I think that's the Deadites, right? The accursed abomination. Mm-hmm. And then it shows a hand coming out of the ground. And then by the end, it says that they had their 5 souls. How did that math will even work, right? Because it's David by the end, Eric, Olivia, the girlfriend, that's 4. Where's the 5th? Is it the dog count?
I don't think so. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Because it says they need 5, or is it counting it had Mia's soul, but she's like normal by the end. So I don't understand how it worked. Because to me that's 4. I don't know if the dog. I think we just proved dogs have a soul because it was the 5th one. It was a little bit that helped. But anyways, they're talking about it, and then the girlfriend comes in. I can't remember her name. Dang it! There's only 5 people to remember. It's not Olivia. It's not
Natalie.
Natalie. She doesn't talk much. She doesn't have much to do.
No, she's a throwaway character.
She gets kind of a bad break with all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And she's Natalie comes out with a fucking nail gun. Nails him to the ground. No, hey, what's up? It's like I was just like, that's not how a nail gun works.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's not like a fucking literal gun of nails. You know, it's got a thing, and it only lets you got to touch the surface and oh shit, shooting nails like little fucking arrows to the sky. That's how they work in the movies, though, baby. He's like
Yeah.
200 yards with a nail gun, boom, sniping people and shit. Boom, got his ass. You're like building a house from fucking 2 blocks away. Yeah, got him, and then fucking him up with the nail gun. Somehow gets turned around. One of them gets the nail gun. Might have been Eric. I don't know. Starts nailing her in the face. Or does she do that to herself? Did she did some to herself, didn't she?
Yeah, she had fucking nails coming out of her head. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen fucking Hellraiser? And yeah, and then she's about to, what was she about to do? She got a crowbar, starts beating his head in. That's pretty brutal. Ow, stop. And she's like kind of weak. She's like kind of weak, so it's taking a while. My arm's starting to hurt. Ow. And then David gets the shotgun again and blows her arm off. She's missing one arm from the fucking demon possession. Blows that arm and like top swings. Looks back. Why would you do that to me? And crawls over to him, kind of lays in his lap, bleeding to death. And she's like, my face hurts. Why does my face hurt? It's the Craftsman 6-inch nails, honey. I'm sorry. They're galvanized. They're going to hurt a bit. But they won't rust. I can guarantee you. Your money back.
Yeah, this is like the continuation of Eric's fucking abuse. Because the needle stuff, right? And then he gets shot to shit with a bunch of nails. And then she comes over and starts bludgeoning his head in. And then he still survives. He's just like barely breathing.
Yeah. He's like, I want to go home. And then, how do they finally get this trick? I think they discuss it a little more. And he's like, fine, fuck it. I'm down to burn her. At this point, I feel like I have to burn her. I'm sorry, Mia. And he's about to burn her. He's like pouring gasoline on that attic. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, bro. She's stuck down there. Burn her. We don't have to go get her or nothing. About to throw a match on there or something. She starts singing like, Kumbaya or something.
Yeah, some childhood song their mom used to sing them.
No, that's our childhood song. No, she's saying lamb chop, sing along, or you can come and sing along. No. Like singing the theme to Gullah Gullah Island or something. Yeah, so I can't do it, bro. And then does he immediately go to burying her alive? I can bury her though. I could do that. So he goes outside, starts digging a hole, and well, when do we lose Eric? We lose Eric before the burial.
Yeah, at some point David goes to the basement to get her, and there's like a little set piece in the basement. I think where they I
He's
think
trying to
she's
sedate
like
her.
about to kill him or something, and then the sedator or Eric
They
comes
still
in to
have
save.
They still have more fucking tranquilizer. Just to let you know. There's still more, baby.
Endless. Yeah, and then they bring her up. Yeah, when does Eric turn?
I think they're down there and it's kind of like flooded down there, right? Or something.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
I remember correctly. Because I remember Eric getting stabbed in a watery place. It's watery down there. They're like trudging through water and he gets stabbed from behind by her, right? Anyways, he gets stabbed. He dies or something. It's kind of lackluster, but it's not the last we'll see of him. And then I don't remember how he gets her sedated at all. Really. It's like, obviously that's not working, but somehow it worked to get her in the hole. I don't fucking remember. It moves so fast. Like, all this stuff's moving really fast at the end.
Yeah.
It's like fucking visceral kind of shit. So the next thing we know, he's outside, and he does make a comment. He's like, I had to pick the hardest way. He's like, he's struggling with all this dirt and shit. And he makes a stupid homemade defibrillator because he's like, ooh, he's got enough wherewithal to come up with this idea. I'm gonna kill her, bury her alive, but then I'm gonna unbury her alive and stick this needle in her heart and shock her heart, and then we're gonna live happily ever after. It's gonna be great. And I was like, when you bury her alive, I'm pretty sure that like they mean you gotta kill her. It's not like
Yeah.
you tricked me. No, buried her alive for a couple seconds and brought her back to life. Hey, that's not fair.
Yeah.
No fair, man. So yeah, he makes it at like a car battery, and you know the resource they have the most of at this cabin is fucking syringes and hypodermic needles. So he makes a defibrillator out of 2 fucking needles. He's got like a negative and a positive on each one. It's like, yeah, this will stab her fucking right in her heart, and that'll be perfect. It's like this guy's watched Pulp Fiction too many times or
Yeah.
something. And he like turns it on to test it. It's like, yeah, perfect. It works. It's like, I don't know if that proved anything. He's got her out there, and she's like got a plastic bag over her head, right, when he's burying her, and she's just talking shit the whole time. And he's like, God, please stop. Why would you do this to me? No, going in and out of Demon / Mia, and doing some creepy stuff. The whole time I'm thinking, you bury her head first. Is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna start with your feet. You ready? Slowly work my way up to your head. And quit taunting me. I was just like, bury your fucking head, dude. Why are you gonna worry about this? And then finally, when he's getting to the head, doing this really creepy shit where it's like blowing up the bag, like, to like knock the dirt off. Like, no. And I like finally he gets her done, and he's like, he's making it nice. He's like patting it down, I was like, oh, okay, this looks good.
Work's done here.
I feel good about this. And then, yeah, what is it? Oh yeah, there's like a burning tree. It's almost like a timer, and then the tree goes out. Right?
Yeah, it stops like, raining and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Demon must be dead. We're good. Unburies her. Sticks the crap in her heart. Shocks her a couple times. Didn't really work. So he's like, well, at least you're at peace now. And puts a blanket over her, and then starts to walk away. And then we hear like, David? Oh my God, you're okay. And she's completely normal.
Yeah.
Like body goes back to normal. Her skin's not burned or anything. I was like, well, that's nice. Sweet. Like, don't even have to worry about the wounds. That's cool. That's some, it's like pets. It's also like pet cemetery out here. You bury them here and they're perfect.
Yeah. How's your tongue, by the way?
Yeah. That was gnarly. It'll heal. And you'll be like those body modders, dude.
Yeah.
Like a little serpent. Yeah. And then why did they have to go back in the cabin? He needs to get the keys to leave or something? The keys for a car? No one ever No, in these movies, when you're in a cabin, no one keeps the keys on them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll put the keys in the cabin. Just keep it in your pocket. Whenever you're camping, keep your keys in your pocket. Mm-hmm. Okay? Rule number 1. Because if we found out anything from camping, someone's gonna try to kill you, whether it be beast or demon, and you're gonna need a vehicle. Okay? Mm-hmm. And dollars to donuts, the beast is gonna be in the cabin where the keys are. So
yeah,
keep them on you. That's rule number 1. Yeah, so he goes in there to get the keys, right? And then, wouldn't you know it, Buddy Eric's still around, and he's like, you can tell he's defeated, even as a demon. He's like, oh man, I don't want to be here anymore, man. This is like too much. He's like, even as a demon, he's like, with the yellow eyes, he's just kind of defeated in there. Yeah. And then, just kind of stabs him in the neck. Hey, what's up, David? And he's like, damn, right in the neck too, man. Just kind of stares at him slowly. Is that gonna be enough? Are you thinking to kill him? Kind of hobbles towards him. Are you gonna die, or do I need to do it again? And then opens the door, gives the keys to Mia. Leave. No, Is that who I think it is? Just leave. Gives her the keys, locks her out, takes the shotgun. It's always around. They're always
Yeah.
just leaving the shotgun in the room and loaded, around demons. Thank God the demons never learned to use it other than Mia that first time. And yeah, he shoots a gasoline tank, little plastic gasoline tank, and then boosh, fire, cabin blows up, burns. And so there we hit and there I thought the movie was over. I was like, the fucking movie's over.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, sweet. And then she's like leaving. She's about to get in a car.
Starts raining blood.
Yeah, it starts raining blood. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I thought this was fucking over. Is it still going?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I realized that the prophecy of the one has been fulfilled. Even at this point, I'm like, that wasn't 5, though, was it? I'm like trying to do the math in my head. I was like, how does this? Like 4.5 is enough, I guess. We're doing this. And then the hand comes out of the fucking dirt, and it's creepy, Deadite type Mia, I guess.
Yeah, I was really confused who that was. It's like it's never established. It's just someone comes from the ground and
it kind of looks like her a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. I don't know, but it's really creepy. Where it's got no like genitalia. It's got like a Barbie doll kind of crotch, and then like it's got like breasts but no nipples. It's just a very creepy being. It's very creepy, man. And and she gets what the hell does she get? The chainsaw. She's looking at different weapons. She's like,
oh yeah, when she makes it to the shed. Yeah.
It's an homage, of course. Like she's got to have the chainsaw. Had to put some gas in it. And then yeah, she's like hiding underneath the Jeep, demon thing, whatever it is, Deadeye. I don't know what it is. Comes over and it's like, and she just grinds its fucking feet off from below it. That was pretty cool. Shit! But it's like super strong, apparently, because it like flipped the car over on her. I was like, why didn't you just like flip the car over when she was under it? She's like, hey, you can't hide there, motherfucker. I got you. Anyway, she tries to run out and it lands on her hand, fucks her hand up. She's stuck. She has to rip her hand off, kind of like an homage to Ash, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to like slip her stump into the chainsaw, kind of like Ash was using the chainsaw. Yeah. And then pretty anticlimactic because the demon, that's all that really happens. She comes at her and then she shaves her down, baby, like right down the middle. That's pretty cool. That's
like one of the most metal things I've seen in a movie in a long time. That's so fucking rad.
Just blood and blood and blood.
And it does like the sweeping. There's like a wide shot, and the camera kind of does like a little. It comes down to the ground, and like the fucking cabin's on fire in the background, and it's just like like a puppet almost that he's like grilling into the. It was fucking awesome.
And then she goes like all the way down, almost to like the crotch area, right from head, just being filleted, and then it falls to the ground, and then blood saturating the soil and like absorbing the body back in. That was really cool looking.
Yeah.
Then we're finally fucking done. I was like, God dang, that was like a second ending. Bonus. And yeah, I don't remember if she leaves, but it implies she leaves if she doesn't. And then last thing is shows the book, like closing itself. So I don't know what that meant. It was like she apparently didn't care about the book, but yeah, that's it. Evil Dead. I thought it was really good, better than I remember. Like super gory and disturbing and fun, really fun.
Yeah,
I think this is one of the shining examples of remake, requel, whatever you want to call it. I think this, along with The Thing, like at that time, they were doing a lot of these, and some of them were really hitting. I don't think they get the respect they deserve. Because this was good, that was good. I liked it a lot. It was super fun. I think easily this is like a 8.1.
Nice. I'm kind of up there with you. I do think this movie's fun. I mean, it delivers what you want. You mean you come to Evil Dead for gore and fun set pieces, and I think this movie delivers. Obviously, the plot and the characters are just whatever, but I'm cool with that when movies are kind of blah characters, as long as you can deliver on other aspects that make it fun. And I think that this movie achieves that. Whereas, like, if the gore wasn't inventive or some of the set pieces weren't inventive, I probably would go a little lower. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes where I'm just like, oh my, like the fucking needle being stabbed, the tongue bit, the woman cutting her arm off, like the nail gun sequence. It's all like super fucking. Just I don't know. I said that last scene was pretty metal, but I think this whole movie is about as metal as you can get. It's pretty awesome. And I think I may even prefer it over the newer one. Not that the newer one's bad. I think I prefer this one over the.
Did it seem like the newer one was like a sequel to this, or how do the two relate?
They don't. It's its own thing.
Not at all. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it goes to the same beats as all the. I mean, I'm not going to spoil what happens in the movie, but it follows. Someone finds a book and someone reads a book, that whole shit. But it's not related to my knowledge to this one. I'm not as high as you, but it's still positive. I was coming in with like a 7.3. I think it's a lot of fun. Like I said, great set pieces. 7.3. Good movie.
7.3. 8.1. We really enjoyed it. It's a fun movie. Go check it out. It's impossible to find anywhere though. It's on Pluto TV. That's where I watched it. It was free, but I had to deal with some ads sometimes.
Yeah.
Where'd you end up watching? Did you just rent it or something?
Yeah, I just rented it for a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And also just throw it out there. I don't know if you've seen it, but his next movie, was it Fede Alvarez? Yeah. Mm-hmm. His next movie is called Don't Breathe, and that movie is fucking really good. I love that movie. That's a really good movie.
Is that the one with that guy from Avatar?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that, but I don't remember it.
It's pretty damn good. I think I like it more than this one.
Was that the one where he's like blind and he's?
Yeah, they break into this blind guy's house thinking they're gonna rob him. They get away scot-free, but he ends up being like this fucking crazy guy.
And he's a fucking ninja.
Pretty good.
Happened to break into Daredevil's house. Oops. All right, yeah, guys, check it out. You said 3, right? 7.3, 8.1. We appreciate you guys coming by. Love having you. As always, check us out on Apple Music and Spotify and here on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Please come hang out with us every Sunday. We appreciate it. Love having you. So until the next V's, we say peace.
Peace.